Iowa Capitol, a group backed by Bayer, who makes pesticides and herbicides for crops, says a bill in the State House about pesticide labels may see the Senate floor early this week. The bill says if the chemical complies with federal Environmental Protection Agency's regulations and is an approved product, it does not need a health-related warning label. Now, right now, the EPA does not require a cancer warning label on Roundup. Roundup, which is made by the company Bayer, has been subject to more than 100,000 lawsuits by farmers and landscapers. The lawsuits say that Bayer failed to warn them of cancer risk, although the EPA says the product doesn't cause cancer. If this is passed, it would say that as long as any pesticide manufacturers follow federal labeling requirements, Iowans would not be allowed to sue the companies for failing to warn of health risk. The bill is creating a divide in Iowa and the agriculture industry. Those against the bill argue it would stop Iowans from seeking justice if they get a cancer from using pesticides.
The pesticide bill actually would eliminate an individual from going to civil court. So with that pesticide, they continue to say it's a labeling bill, but it's much more than a labeling bill.
However, Modern Ag Alliance, a group built by Bayer and backed by many farmer groups, says the bill wouldn't stop farmers from suing for some health-related reasons. They say agriculture sits between a rock and a hard place. That's because regulations don't allow disclaimers on products like cancer warnings without scientific justification. If they do, it's called misbranding and means the product cannot be on the market.
Not true. So unfortunately, like I said, our opponents have viewed this as blanket immunity, taking away all causes of action, and that's just not true. Anyone that may be injured by these products, we've had questions about like drift or crop-based challenges too. Those cause of actions absolutely still exist. These bills are narrowly tailored to talking about how does a manufacturer satisfy their responsibilities for what necessarily is an appropriate and adequate warning label.
The Modern Ag Alliance is backed by over 90 agriculture and farmer groups. They're worried the use of herbicides like glyphosate, which is the active ingredient in Roundup, could be limited in the future.